All right, so here's a new one, difference. This is a word that students have been encountering for years and years. Okay, a difference is essentially how far apart are two numbers on the number line. And in what direction? Okay, so when I have two numbers, for example, 1 and 2, if I ask the question, what is the difference between 2 and 1, I write that as a subtraction equation. So I'll say that 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. And that means that the distance between 2 and 1 on the number line is 1. 2 is 1 more than 1, okay? All right, now if I take a number like 2 and then subtract -1, so this is a difference, which you might also recognize as this is the sum of 2 and -1, and this is the sum of, it's actually the sum of 2 and negative times -1 is +1, okay? All right, the difference between 2 and -1 is 3. And the reason is that when I look at the number line, 2 and -1 are 1, 2, 3 spaces apart, or 3 units apart, okay? So when we ask about a difference, we're asking about the difference between 2 and -1 on the number line, and they are 3 units apart. Now it gets tricky because if I was to ask about the difference between -1 and 2, +2, okay, then the difference is starting at -1, 1, 2, 3, but because if I were to count this way, I'd have to go negative units, then this difference is actually -3, okay? Because this is -1 plus, subtraction is addition of a negative. So -1 plus -2 gives me -3. So the difference from -1 to 2 is -3. The difference between 2 and -1 is +3.